Hey people, I am live. Welcome to, what is it, Monday? The last day of March? That's right, March 31st. It is 5:30 p.m. and kind of a chilly day, not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be a lot warmer today because the forecast said it was going to be pretty warm today, but of course you can't ever believe a forecast, can you? So I think it's only about 5 degrees at most, maybe even a little cooler, and it feels a lot cooler because of the wind. But at least it's not raining, right? We had a couple of days of rainy, miserable weather, so let's hope it stays not raining. And I'm here at Front and Bay in front of Union Station. So welcome everyone to the stream. I'm back downtown. Last time I was out in Etobicoke, almost in Mississauga actually, at the beginning of that stream. So it's nice to be back downtown in familiar territory. And hello to Marge, how you doing? And Daniel. Hello Jacques Pilon, I like to walk. What's up Craig O'Connor and John Nicholson and Solayada. Lena Sandoval, William Elliott, hello. Zach the vehicle or transit enthusiast. No longer a vehicle enthusiast, I guess. And hello Wing Zero. And Vivian Johnson's in the house, and Kyle Walker, and Tiana's here. Good to see you. Got Whitby Dude. Alicia Lewis is here. What's up? And anyone else that I might have missed, or maybe you just haven't said hello yet. I say hello first. Eileen Dover, what's up? Robert Sprite. What's up, Mr. Adam Zappel? Oh, your sound was down? We got that all straightened out. Hey, DRF 834, what's up? And Billy T. This one we're looking at, that's the Royal York Hotel. Right across from Union Station. Hello, Mo and Sebastian. I'm standing right beside this litter container and it smells not so good, so maybe I'll move away from there. Yeah, I got a few layers on. I think I'll be fine. It's not that cold, you know, but I have a light jacket with a hoodie underneath. I have gloves on my gimbal holding hand. And of course I have a shirt under my hoodie. So this will just be a downtown walk today. Haven't really planned out my route really, so I think I'm just going to wing it. Hey, Mike Landry's in the house. What's up, Mike? And a $2 super chat. Hello, Ken, and everyone in the chat. Hello back, Mike, and thank you once again for checking out the stream and for your support. Cheers, Mike Landry. Much appreciated. I still haven't installed the new barriers at this end. Yeah, it was crazy windy earlier. Like a freezing cold, insane gust was making me question whether I should have streamed today or not, but I just decided to stick to the plan. Hopefully that wind won't come back. It's not so bad right now. What are they doing here at Union Station? What's with all that? Hey, Trans-Canada? Hey, my pleasure. Thanks for checking out the stream. What's up, Sammy Woo? My full name is not Kevin. Those two names aren't even the same name. My full name is just a longer version of Ken with another N and an ETH stuck on the end. Hey, Omar. Hey, intruder alert, Captain. Hello. That's what it says on my birth certificate, Mr. Adams Apple. Hey, SRCX, hello. Yeah, I was thinking today would be like in the teens, because that's what it said. Late last night when I looked at the forecast for today, like 13 degrees. I was like, oh, that's going to be nice. And now I think it's about 3. What happened? You have one job, meteorologists. Hey, Canadian Giant and Navendat, hello. It lied, yeah, big time. Not even like a little lie, you know? Like a little lie would be, oh, it's 9 or 10 instead of 13. Not like 3, come on. Here's those new barriers, they look so dumb. Alright, let's go down York Street. I'll check out a bit of the South Core and then we'll go back up from there again later. Maybe they will set big flower plants on them. That would be nice. They need something, right? They need something. Let's walk through this teamway instead of the street side of the tunnel. You can avoid breathing in car exhaust. And let my gadgets warm up a little bit. Hey, ex-Pelta, you're welcome, but it's Ken, by the way. Not Kevin, not Keith. There aren't too many guy names that start with K, really, right? But we've already covered 3 of them in this stream now. I guess 4 if you include the Kenneth version of my name. What's up, Jennifer Haley? And Navindat, $5. Can get yourself soda pop, aka root beer, or pizza slice for my continued awesome streaming in your second favorite city. Hey, thank you very kindly, Navindat. I'll definitely enjoy either of those things after the stream, I think. And I think your favorite city is my second favorite city. I think we have each other's first and second favorites inverted. Cheers, Navindat. Thank you very kindly. Hey, Kevin Hawthorne, hello. Yeah, I hacked off the hair, Daniel. Hey, Mark Lang, hello. Hey, what's up, John Burke? Thank you. RC Lamoureux, thank you very kindly also. Yeah, they call those walkways that have the GO train platforms, they call them teamways, right? There's the York Teamway we just walked through. There's another one on the other end of Union Station at Bay Street called the Bay Teamway. Hello, Sam. Martin Van Owen. Oh, Tampa's your favorite. I just assumed it was New York because I think that's where you live, right? But you just tolerate New York? Okay. Well, my favorite city is Toronto, and my second favorite is New York. Never been to Tampa, though. Scotiabank Arena. Hello, Mary. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Kind of hoping that we get some warmer weather. That would up my spirits a little bit, put a little bit more spring in my step. I always enjoy streaming, but I have to admit, when I see that the weather's going to be pleasant and not windy, I tend to be a bit more enthusiastic than on days like this. But at least there's no snow and it's springtime. Always gotta keep the glass half full. Hello, Lee. Yeah, I'd like to go back to New York. I've been a couple of times, but I'm not sure when my next visit will be. Probably maybe after, you know, all the current nonsense dies down. If it does, hopefully. Hello, YouTube. Howard Charco. Randy Roberto, what's up? John O'Meara's in the house. Word up, Murphy D. And what's up, Mark M? Word up, what up? Can't say I do too much at all, SRCX. I prefer urban environments. I always have. I've never really liked being out in the woods for more than maybe just a quick visit. Hey, Miss Lobobob, hello. And Tom Seeley. If I didn't love cities, I wouldn't be doing this. That's for sure. I wouldn't have started my channel doing what I do. Pretty much, Vivian, pretty much. I did grow up in the North Bay, though. Don't forget that, right? I was surrounded by wilderness. Like, from the heart of North Bay, it's like an hour walk at most, and then you're basically in the Northern Ontario wilderness all around the city, right? It's not a big place. It doesn't take long to get out into nature from any part of North Bay. So I certainly experienced a lot of that growing up. But I always preferred to be right in town, right close to downtown North Bay. That was my favorite place to be. Yeah, you got it, Miss Lobobob. All right, Alicia. They still haven't knocked down that parking garage. It looks like it's about at the same level of demolition as last time. It's a long light here at Harbor Street, and it's windy here too. I don't like it. No, I'm at full strength, Vivian. It must be on your end. Hey, Stephen T. Saw the circle of death. Huh, weird. My signal has no indication of any drop whatsoever. Still no water in the pond. This is Love Park. Oh, hey, Randy Roberts. I think I said Randy Roberto earlier. I just see it's actually Randy Roberts. X-Pelta. Pay no attention to the glitch in the matrix or the man behind the curtain. Alright, let's walk along Harbor Street. We'll go east here for a bit, but then I'll go back up to Front Street, I think. I'll go north and we'll walk along Front Street, continuing east for a while. So east, then north, then east again. Thanks, John O'Meara. That's right, hit all the buttons. All those buttons you see right down below. One says subscribe, I think. One says join if you want to become a channel member. I think there's a like button there. I think there's a notification bell somewhere too that you can hit. Basically, if you see any buttons, just click on them, I guess. Walking right into the wind. And do it up, Alicia, do it up. Just go nuts on those buttons. Go ham. Right, crossing Bay Street. That was a strange noise. Hello, Elaine Cat. Welcome back. It's a windy part of town. Too many tall buildings. Also, we're close to the lake. Hello, the Donnellys. And Toronto's doo-wop music guy is here. And so is Would Like to Sleep. The whole gang showing up. Look how tall the crane is on this sky tower. And they keep extending it, you know, as the building gets higher and higher. That actually might get a height increase. It was already going to be 105 stories, but they applied for an additional story, so it might be 106 stories now. And that'll bring it to over 350 meters in height. Close to 352, I think. What's up, Donnelly's 61. Johnny B, what's up? Yeah, it's about 65 stories high right now, so it still has, you know, about 41 stories to go if it goes to 106 stories. Hello, Gertej. It is, yep, a super tall. Once you go over 300 meters. Can I walk up either side of Yonge Street now? It was blocked off for construction for a long time. I think it's okay now. I don't know, it might not be a terrible place to live. I guess if you don't like living in tall buildings, it would be a terrible place to live. It would be weird to live that high up though, you know? Like if you live on the 100th plus floor, that would be a strange way to live. I don't think I'd be opposed to it or anything, as long as the elevators are always working. Hey, Alicia Lewis, $5. You pushed all the buttons, especially this one. Thank you very kindly, Alicia. You're just a born button pusher. Cheers to the support, Alicia Lewis. Much appreciated. Alright, so we're on Yonge Street going north, but I only will go as far as Front, and then we'll go east again. Gonna go back under the Gardner again. What's up, Yahya? We got Picard in the house. Tea, Earl Grey, hot. wind. There's no teamway to walk through here. Is that a real question, Expelta? Right, at the Esplanade. Well, I'm glad March is ending, although I'd prefer it was ending on a warmer note. Building is pretty much topped out now. It's just a twin of the other one right there, although slightly taller, so not an exact twin, a slightly taller twin. I think that happens with human twins sometimes, where one will be slightly taller than the other. How did March come in? I think it came in pretty good. I think the weather was not bad at the beginning of March. We still had snow, I think, on the ground though, from our storms. Just go look at my video from the beginning of March and see what it was like. Is that right, Lisa? Yeah. Yeah, there are always enough differences between identical twins that once you know them, you can easily tell one from the other, even if they're trying to trick you. Most people are like, nope, I know who you really are. You're not going to fool me. All right, so here's looking up through downtown Yonge. Is that what it says, Yahya? I wouldn't put any faith in any forecast that far in advance. They couldn't even get the forecast right for today, even though I looked at it late last night. Same here, Tom. All right, we're on Front Street. Well, hey, Nav and Dat. Yeah, that's quite possible. I might be streaming on that day. I often stream on Mondays, and I often stream on Thursdays. Sometimes I change it up a bit. If there's something going on, I might stream on a Saturday or a Sunday or a Wednesday. Anything's possible, I guess. But yeah, Mondays and Thursdays tend to be my most frequently stream days. I rarely stream on a weekend, but it does happen sometimes if there's an event, right? Like a parade or like a rally, which I recently did both. Hey, Yvonne Atherton, hello. I think it was warmer much earlier in the day today, and it's just been getting colder all day long. I think even late last night or early this morning, like 3, 4 in the morning, it was like around 10 or 11 degrees. I guess that was the warmest part of the day. I'm looking forward to this getting turned on. Let's hope it gets turned on, you know, before June or something. It'd be nice if it gets turned on in April sometime, but I'm not going to hold my breath. L. We're actually on Front Street. The Esplanade is just one street to the south. Let me go to the other side. Cross on over to the other side. So let's walk through the St. Lawrence Market neighborhood. I think this new St. Lawrence Market North building is going to be opening within a week. I think right around the beginning of April sometime it opens up. That might be worth checking out or making a video.
Yeah, like you have to enjoy those days.
On a day like this, both sides of the street are the cool side. There's no warm side. Harjot, hello. Let's see if they've updated any of these postcards. I keep looking and they're always way out of date. Like at least 10 years or more out of date for most postcards that I see. Like this one has the first Canadian place recladding. That was happening when I first moved to Toronto 15 years ago. Yeah, they're all old. And Dundas Square, it hasn't looked like that in ages. That's also about 15 years old. Oh, ex-Pelta, yeah. Doesn't happen all that often, thankfully, but often enough that I have a playlist called Dingus Encounters. Seems like it used to happen more often, you know, in years past. Maybe people are just getting commonplace. I think now people are kind of used to it. So here's the historic St. Lawrence Market. I notice I'm sure it'll come back. Hang in there. Why would we expect to have a decent connection here in the heart of downtown? That's clearly too much to ask. If it's blurry, you might want to try reloading or check the quality indicator, and you might have to reset it back to 1080p again once the signal does, you know, sort itself out. All right, it's back up to full strength again. Who needs reliable internet in the heart of downtown? Hello, Camille. Welcome. Looks like you got here just in time to miss the crappy internet we were experiencing just a moment ago. Alright, that's as far east as we'll go. I won't tempt fate. Apparently going east leads to crappy signal for some reason along Front Street. Today, anyway. It could be completely different tomorrow. For no apparent reason. Hey, Jenny, you've arrived with your late fee, I see. Welcome, Jenny. Thank you very kindly for paying that fee. Glad you could make it. Cheers, Jenny, and welcome. And Jelly Bean, hello. What is this? I don't think I've noticed this plaque before. I think this is a new plaque. You can always pause and read on the story of Peggy Pompadour. That's some Toronto history. Alright, I'm glad you're back, Vivian, and everyone else. Sorry about that crappy signal we had there just a little while ago. There's no apparent reason, it seems, for that sort of thing. Some days it's fine, other days it's not. Walking through the same area.
Okay, I was like, was that always there? Because one bit of it something I was like...
Alright, let's go west. Yeah, sometimes I do imagine walking along streets back then, like King Street 150 years ago. King Street was here, and some of the oldest buildings in the neighborhood were here, but obviously most were not. $150 years ago, I think Toronto was not even Toronto yet. Or I guess it was. Yeah, it was Toronto by that point. It became Toronto in 1834, so before that it was the town of York. Hey, Jason Curling, hello. So if we go back 200 years ago, then it would have been the town of York. Hey, Chris Mills, hello. And Divyesh Patel. And this area is called Old Town for obvious reasons. Some nice restaurants and bars along here. It's mainly a kind of slightly upscale shopping strip with lots of furniture stores. For some reason, sort of like the furniture district. I think there's a concert going on at St. James Cathedral. I can hear the bells tolling. St. Lawrence Hall right here. That goes back over 150 years. It's funny how the bells are audible, but they're not all that loud. I think they'd be a bit louder than that. They need to turn up the volume. St. James Park. St. James Park. Are they just doing some testing, maybe? Making sure everything's working okay? Yeah, the bells were coming from there, but they're really low. Other times when I'd walk by, you know, you could hear them from blocks away, no problem, but this time they're hardly even audible above the street noise. Yeah, me too, Lisa. I'm ready to not feel cold. Oh, there we go. See, that's how loud they usually are. Hey, Ronnie81, hello. And Glenlex McGlattery, what's up? And Maroof also. Yeah, don't worry, Jenny, that's coming up soon. Why is it so hot? Why is the sun so bright? Where's the shade? Why am I sweating so much? I'll try not to complain too much this coming summer season. Chris James. So we're on King Street and we're heading west. Just going through Old Town, but the financial district is looming right up ahead, as it tends to do. If it's not looming, is it really a financial district? I think those two things have to go hand in hand. Hey, Peter Bradfield, hello. I don't know that song. Maybe I know it to hear it, but I don't know it to read it. Here's the King Eddie. Hey, awesome, Ronnie81. Everything should be nice and warm by then, and the Chelsea is located right in the heart of downtown, close to Dundas Square and lots of other stuff. It's all within easy walking distance. That's why it's basically one of the most popular downtown hotels. It's also one of the biggest, it used to be the biggest hotel in Canada. It still might be in terms of the number of rooms. I think there's some sections that are closed down now though, so that might not be the case anymore. .504A to the distillery. That'll go around the distillery loop. Hey, later 274727. Thanks for dropping by. Go to the other side. Now we're back at Yonge Street, but we'll keep on we'll keep on keeping on. Heading west. Hey, hello, Carol L.E. Welcome. One time I did a video just staying right here on the corner of Yonge and King, and I just went from one corner to the other corner and all the way around during rush hour, just observing. It was an observing the intersection of Yonge and King at rush hour video, and that's all I did. I just stayed right in one spot, just moving from corner to corner basically for a half an hour.
Okay. You guys can have your little shot. Wow, everything's great. What's going on?
Yeah, I like the sound too. Financial district, look at it loom. Falling ice. I think they can probably take this sign away now. I don't think that's a thing anymore. You like the upshots? Yeah, I like doing the upshots. So sometimes I think maybe I do it too much, but I don't think I've gotten too many complaints about it, so I just keep doing it. Because I just really like to look up at the tall buildings. Might make me look like a tourist though. Look at that hick from the sticks, looking up at all the tall buildings. Hey, John Nicholson. I think I look like a tourist all the time too. Even though at this point I think I'm pretty much the farthest thing from a tourist you could be. More like a tour guide than a tourist. Alright, let's look up at this one. Stephen Edwards, right? There's some Canadiana.
Anyway, I appreciate it.
What's that all about? It's windy here. Skyscraper wind tunnel. Maybe all the wind will block the sound coming from the King Taps here. They're blasting their music. It's hard to talk when the wind is blowing directly in your face. The words tend to not come out right. I think I have to risk the audio to check this out though. Joe Shuster, one of the co-creators of Superman, was a Toronto-born guy. I think he moved to Cleveland, Ohio when he was still pretty young, but I guess we still claim him. I think one of Joe Shuster's, or no, not Joe Shuster. I'm thinking of the other famous Schuster from Toronto, Wayne and Schuster. That's a different Schuster from Joe Shuster. Wayne and Schuster was the comedy team. Frank Schuster? Geez, I'm not even getting the name right. Frank Schuster, that's it.
Today's like the first day I've had like
I guess my point was, I was trying to say that Frank Schuster is related to Lorne Michaels' wife, I think. What was her name? Rosie Schuster, maybe? Lorne Michaels, the creator of Saturday Night Live, who was from Toronto also. I was trying to drop some Toronto trivia, but I messed it all up. Hey, 01 Red Cloud, how you doing? Good effort, says Jenny. Just look at the buildings, Ken. Just pan around and show us pretty Toronto things. Hey, Sand Dollar Yacht Charter, hello. Howdy, Omar. University Avenue. Yeah, I think Wayne and Schuster appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show more than any other act, right? Over the years. I think I heard that somewhere. I guess Ed Sullivan really liked them. Hey, smashed toe survivor. Welcome. Glad you could cross over. Cross on over to the other side. There's an iconic shot. How's the weather? It's cold. Feels too cold for my liking. Windy, cold. Makes it hard to say words. Hey, Reggie. A member for 17 months. Wow, that's incredible. Thank you so much for all those months of membership, Reggie, and hello back. And thank you, Marge, for letting me know. Cheers, Reggie. Thank you for all those months of membership. Much appreciated. Got some Muzak here at Charlotte's Room. We're coming into the sort of entertainment area here, or West Downtown as they call it now for some reason I do not understand. Got some theaters up ahead. Hey, Jacqueline, hello. I think this show is closing soon here at the Royal Alex Come From Away. It's been here for quite a long time, but it's moving on. Final performance May 4th. So I guess something else will be opening. Is this what's coming to replace it maybe? No, it says Princess of Wales for that show. That's the next theater up. Hey, Farshad, hello. How is this coming along? It's growing. That'll be a very tall skyscraper. See right there. So the shorter one is the one that's under construction right now. The taller one hasn't begun yet. But even the shorter one is really tall. The taller one is just crazy tall. It's another super tall. Ted Rogers has a star on the Canada Walk of Fame. David Suzuki. Anne Murray. I think she just got a Lifetime Achievement Award, didn't she? At the Junos last night. I didn't watch the Junos, but I heard about that. I think I caught just the final couple minutes of the Junos where Sum 41 was playing. That's pretty much all I saw. Hey, Devin Sullivan, hello. And Bucky Smith. I'm not sure if Toronto still ranks number 3 in the English-speaking theater world. That was always what they would say, right? I'm not sure if that's still the case or not. It's probably still pretty high up in the rankings, though, even if it's not number 3. But it might still be number 3. Yeah, I think that was their final performance as Sum 41. I was never really into that band, but I know most of their hits, I guess. Crossing John. I think TIFF is considered, you know, one of the biggest, most prestigious film festivals in the world still. I think it's held its ground, at least. You know, you have the Cannes Film Festival, I think, which is the most famous one. I'd say TIFF is, you know, top 5. Some people might even say it's right after Cannes, but I don't know. There's Restaurant Row. I hear Wang Chung playing Dance Hall Days. Make sure you have fun tonight, and make sure you Wang Chung tonight. Yeah, wasn't he saying, "I don't like you"? That guy who was yelling up there? He seemed to be walking by himself, though. Maybe he was on the phone with somebody. Must really not like them to yell in the phone that loud. Are we going to get some new restaurants here to extend Restaurant Row? Because I think Restaurant Row was partially demolished for them to build this condo, and then they rebuilt these facades. So maybe now Restaurant Row can come back again. Hey, Jan Neeson, hello. you streetcar foamers. And the wind is just going bonkers here. U2 day in Toronto. I saw this before. You want to find out what that's all about? Scan that, I guess. Or don't. Maybe it's a trick. Scan that and you automatically buy U2's new album. Boom. And it appears on your phone. Hey, how'd that album get on my phone? I didn't ask for that. I think I still have that album on my phone from years ago when it was automatically downloaded. Hello, Tam. How you doing? Yeah, I think that kind of did a lot of damage to U2's image. I think they took a big hit because of that. Hey, Mr. Strides. What be up? I caught your stream earlier today. Way the heck out at Downsview Park. And welcome back, Alicia. This is all about the cold, windy weather, I guess. That's what this is all about, but you experienced that earlier. At least it's not raining.
I hadn't found mine. He got himself one. And then he took the other one that he wanted.
That's the most vulnerable one. I have a invisible glass coffee table, and it's gotten my baby toe a number of times now. It is painful. It pretty much sucks. Well, are they finally going to start building this building? It looks like there's a little bit of prep work. It's hard to tell if it looks different now than last time I saw it, but there's going to be a really nice building going up here on this corner. Sort of mimics the style of an old-fashioned skyscraper. like setbacks and that sort of thing. And like not glass, right? You can sort of see a little bit of it there. It'll have a like brick facade, you know.
They knew that they
I'm always on the lookout for the scammers. Adelaide.
how to make a sweet potato, or like, you know, this dental floss is bad, but a lot of stuff like
Unusually long light. Alright, let's walk up Spadina. I think I've explored most of these alleyways at one time or another. But it's been a while. I might have to maybe do another walk through there. There are always more, that's right. Cubano King's Cuban Cafe. Is it open? It doesn't look like it's open. Or maybe it is. Order at the window? Maybe not. It doesn't look like it's open. I do like Indian food. I don't think I have a favorite Indian restaurant though. I don't think I've chosen one. But I do really like Indian food. I also really like Indian roti.
Just a moderate.
Intruder alert. Oh yeah, there's a lot of fire escapes I haven't climbed yet. I knew there'd be some backfiring. Sorry, pal, your car sounds like a fart box. That's all anyone thinks when they hear it. Hey, just Smitty. Hey, yo, crikey. Look at that, streetcars on Spadina. That's something we haven't seen in close to a year. Like 9 months maybe. Yeah, the 510s are back. I might have already taken a ride on one of those, maybe with camera in hand. You might have to keep an eye on upcoming videos. Hey, it's Sonic Boom, awesome record store. What the heck? Didn't realize at first that that was her thigh, ass cheek. A little bit of both, I guess. A little bit of thigh, a little bit of cheek. Hey Lisa, have a good evening. Thanks for popping by. I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, you got me there. I am naughty. Yeah, we got over 300 people watching. Thanks everyone for checking out the Monday evening stream. And welcome if you're new to the channel, maybe your first time watching. It's good to have you. Maybe hit that subscribe and the notification bell and you can catch other streams, because I do these regularly. At least every 3 or 4 days I'll do a live stream. But I also post pre-recorded walks on every day that I don't live stream. So basically every day of the week there's either a stream or a video you can watch. And hey, we're in Chinatown. Dundas and Spadina. There's the Dragon City Mall. That is big graffiti over there, isn't it? They must have had some tools at hand in order to do that piece up there. It's always fun to walk through Chinatown. Oh yeah, just Smitty. I think some areas are still experiencing power outages. Not powder outages. I think they have enough powder, or they had enough powder this winter, but now they have no power. But now that the streetcars are back, you have to be careful if you want to just cross the street without the aid of an intersection. So make sure you look both ways. And I think I heard that downtown Barrie still had no power as of like late last night or early this morning. I hear the bare naked ladies. Yeah, I don't mind if people use caps. I just saw something go by about caps. I don't mind. I mean, some people are just cap talkers, I guess. SG comes to mind. Aneta. Maybe they're related. Are you related to SG, Aneta? I kid, I kid. Hey, dog mama. If they're just saying normal things and it's in caps, I don't really see the difference. It just might look like they're shouting, but chances are that's not what they're trying to convey. What's up, Sam Ronald? Good to have you. Kensington Market. That's Baldwin Street. Another very old depiction of the skyline. Is that right, John? Well, that would make sense, right? Although SG says some pretty weird things sometimes. But it doesn't mean SG isn't welcome. I can just read weird things and choose not to respond to them. Or if it's really weird, maybe I will respond to it. That's part of the fun, I guess. When that new condo starts getting taller, you can see the crane there. Depending on how wide it is and how tall it is, it's going to block out some of the view here. Hopefully it won't block out the tower. It might not. It might not be quite wide enough. But it'll block out a lot of the, you know, skyline you see off in the distance. Hey, BBQ with Neil, hello. And I think the view from that parking garage in Kensington Market will also be partially blocked by that new condo also. So don't get too used to awesome views in Toronto, because they don't last forever, and they don't even last all that long these days. So take your photos now before the views are gone. I have some videos already from that parking garage and some photos. Hey, Dixon Cider, hello, hello. Fraser wants his crane back. Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling. Toss salads and what is it? Scrambled eggs. For some reason I was going to say trampled eggs. Ew, no one wants trampled eggs. Jonathan Colley, hello. You missed the ice storm, that's good. Yeah, Toronto didn't really get all the ice either, just a lot of rain. The Alma Combo. I heard this is in trouble again. It was purchased by that wealthy investor guy from Shark Tank or Dragon's Den or whichever show it was, one of those, and turned it to a more upscale venue, right? But now I heard that it's not doing so well. Hey, Vasily, hello. This show is sold out, though, or it was sold out the other night. And happy belated birthday to Cindy.
Next week.
Okay, I'm just gonna go down.
Yeah, I haven't been inside since the redo either. Last time it was the old Alma Combo when I was in there. Right, we're on College. We're going east again. A new cafe. Oh, Panera Bread. Huh, that's funny. Panera Bread on Yonge Street near Dundas closed down. Now they're opening up there. I think the one on Yonge near Dundas closed during all the lockdowns and stuff, didn't it? Was that the reason? I'm trying to remember. It's definitely a much busier spot than here, right? I mean, this is decently busy, I guess, with all the students and stuff, but Yonge and Dundas, I think, blows it away. Hey, Bestest Times Reborn, hello. The Self Ramen Bar. This place has pizza by the slice. I wonder how it is. Cosmic Pizza. Didn't I say that I'd try it? Did I? I don't remember saying that. But maybe I will. I think we need more pizza by the slice places, you know? I mean, I guess we have a bunch of them, but it seems like a lot of pizza places are, you have to buy a whole pie. Sometimes you just want a slice. What's for dinner? Well, guess what? I'm thinking pizza. I think that was the plan before I even started talking about it. It has, oh, that's a pretty good rating, right? Is that out of 5? I'm assuming that's out of 5. I think it probably is, Daniel. I mean, I think I eat pizza more often than anything else. But I also eat a lot of pasta. I'm a big pasta guy. I'm talking about stuff that I just eat at home. Yeah, that's right, Jillian. But when I go out to eat, which I don't do all that often, admittedly, but when I do go out to eat at a sit-down restaurant, I like Indian food, as I mentioned earlier, and I like Thai food, and I like sushi, like all-you-can-eat sushi. And if it's takeout, something just to grab and go, I think you all probably know, I like myself some burrito boys. Hey, Psycha 75. Is this closed down now? I know there's a proposal to build another tall building here. I think it'll be for students. So these old townhouses are part of that proposal. Hey, Matt Bross, hello. Hey, hello, Foxing. You know, if there's someone who always uses caps and you don't like looking at the caps, you can always just block that one person so you don't have to see their chats. Because it's usually only one person or two at most who might use caps repeatedly, right? And it's not like they're posting every minute or anything, but so if what they're saying isn't all that important in your opinion, then that's a good way to just not have to see it. Just block them. Hey, Carlito's Way, hello. Well, that's true, Marge. I guess the mods, you know, have to keep an eye on stuff. But I keep an eye on stuff too. If someone says something really offensive, I usually notice it. And I can do, you know, the blocking, the banning, all that stuff. Here's the Stewart building. This building is awesome. There's a proposal for a very tall building also that will be built on top of this. I think they'll demolish part of it in the back, but they'll leave the front of it here intact. So it'll still look like, you know, the old building is there. There'll just be a big tall building that appears to be on top of it, 60 stories. skyscraper stream would be fun. Isn't that pretty much every stream for me? I don't think I've ever done any stream where I haven't talked about skyscrapers at least a little bit. Or pointed them out. Hey, look at that. There's a really big skyscraper rising over there. That's the one. That's another super tall. Oh, going inside of one. Yeah, that might be cool. I've done some videos where I went inside of the TD Center, or at least one video anyway, where I went inside the TD Center during doors open. Went up to the top, checked out some awesome views. Hey, Tom Bikes, hello. How tall will it be? The one will be 309 meters, I think. It was approved to be 328 meters, but after they ran into their financial troubles and they got put into receivership and then they got taken over by a different developer, and I think that new developer won't be going all the way to 328 meters. They'll just be going to 309 meters, which was the previously approved height. But we don't know for sure, and no one knows for sure if that's what's going to happen or not. Hey, hello, Christina. Oh, you like my crew cut there, Christina? That's right, I'm joining the forces. Hey, Sam Ronald. 111111 super chat. Thank you very kindly, Sam. Hope you're enjoying the walk on this cold and blustery Monday evening. I'm a little out of sorts, I think, with this wind. I'm just tired of this weather, you know? Bring on the warmth. Cheers, Sam. Much appreciated. Looking forward to that on Thursday, if that's actually going to happen. Wesley, hello. Starting to get dark. I think this is around the time when sunset is taking place today, right around 7:45ish. The days are getting longer. No, not too long. I look forward to the days when the sun stays up till 9 p.m. or close to 9 p.m. Hey, Modano, 1973. $10. Thank you so much for the generous support. Taking a page out of Jenny's late fees book. Cheers, Ken. Cheers right back at you, Modano. Thank you so much. Glad you're able to catch the stream while it was still live. Thanks for paying that late fee. Cheers, Modano. Much appreciated. Not too late. You made it in time. All right, Maruf. Do you get a cut? Yeah, it's almost time to take off the shades. I mean, technically I could already have them off by now, right?
You get extra 900. Yeah, per annum. $900 extra you will get.
Tiana's full of pasta. I finally watched that movie about Bob Dylan with Timothy Chalamet. I actually enjoyed it. I was pretty skeptical as to whether or not I'd like it. Speaking of guys who wear shades all the time, right? Bob Dylan. Yeah, I really liked it. I wasn't completely convinced by his performance, but it was good enough. It was good enough. He was a passable Bob Dylan, I thought. And it was neat hearing all the songs. Some people complain that there was too many songs in the movie, but I think that's the point, right? It's a movie about Bob Dylan writing his songs and becoming famous and all that. Yeah, so I enjoyed that movie, yeah. Good job to those involved. Did I see Enora? Yeah, I saw Enora also. I enjoyed that movie as well. It ain't me, no, no, no. It ain't me, babe. There were some, you know, theatrical liberties taken in the movie. Things weren't historically accurate all the time. But that's to be expected in these sorts of music biopics. When those new Beatles biopics come out in the next few years, they better be historically accurate or I'll be very annoyed. I don't think I'd be able to enjoy it if they sort of changed history around a bit in those movies. I would not like that. I don't believe in Zimmerman, right? Just believe in me. Hey, Damon Washington, $5 for the root beer fund. Be easy, Ken. Thank you very kindly, Damon, for contributing to that ever important fund. It's always great to have you in the stream or in the chat. Cheers, Damon Washington. Much appreciated. The root beer fund. It's just a funny thing that people contribute to because I really like root beer, right? There's also been a burrito fund and a vector fund. There's been lots of different funds over the last couple of years. Hey, it's Yonge Street. How about that? It's funny when someone walks in. Yeah, that happens to me way too often. When I'm recording. I see them, but they don't see me.
So I guess it is a little bit of a distance. Yeah. No, or something.
All right. Let's check out College Park. The base of the Aura. I always find it odd when there are cars in here. Like, where are they going? Why are they here? Is it cold? Yeah, it's chilly. This wind is kind of a downer, not gonna lie. It's taking the spring out of my step, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Gem and Co. Hello, welcome to the stream. Do I have any tips for just pull it really tight when you're tying those laces? Maybe double tie it if your laces are long enough. I always make sure to pull these laces really tight on these shoes because they tend to come undone if I don't do that. These are my Vessi shoes. The laces have kind of that vinyl coating on them or something, and so they don't like stay tied unless you really tie them really tight. They kind of slide apart. Yeah, they're waterproof. Speaking of water, that's quite the puddle. This is where the ice trail was all winter. I guess that's what's left of the ice trail right there. Hey, Greg Keating. What's up, Brad? Yeah, these puddles aren't very deep, so stepping in these puddles is no big deal. They're not deep at all. The darkness is falling upon the city. We're almost at 2.5 hours. Maybe I'll start to wrap up the stream here at College Park. We'll save Dundas Square for another stream. As my voice starts to give out. Take the shades off. I'm blinded. Blinded, I tell ya. Alright, enough tomfoolery. I am going to wrap it up here. So I hope you all enjoyed the Monday evening walk. I almost said Thursday, but no, I think Thursday will be much warmer, hopefully. So I look forward to that one. But it was a cold Monday evening, but I had a lot of fun walking around chatting with you all, as I always do. So I hope you all enjoyed it as well. And if you did, by all means, you know, hit subscribe if you haven't already done all that. But why wouldn't you have already done all that? Hint, hint. Maybe you should do all that if you haven't already done all that. To any newbies, maybe. And big thanks to the mods for being awesome, even though we disagree on the caps thing. That's the spice of life, right? And big thanks to everyone who sent support. It is very, very much appreciated. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. It means a lot. And it does help out a lot. And I look forward to all the future streams and videos. So stay tuned. I'll be premiering a video tomorrow evening. So keep an eye out for that around 7 or 7:15 p.m. That'll be a pre-recorded video. But there's a live chat during premieres, just like during a live stream. So we can all chat as we watch that one. And thanks to all the channel members as well. And until next time, I will continue. So have a good night, everyone. The last night of March. April begins tomorrow, thank God. Alright, later everyone. I'll see you all again soon. Couldn't resist. Alright, that's all, folks. here from College Park. And hi and bye Novelicos and anyone else who I didn't say hi to already. Later, folks.